Welcome to Talk Dirt to Me, where two farmers shatter myths and take on the top issues facing America's farmers. Here's your hosts, Logan and Bobby Lee.
What's up, everybody?
Yes, good evening. And Logan did hit record tonight.
I did hit record tonight. Oh, hell.
What was that?
I had your mic all the way down.
Okay, well, I knew it. It sounds kind of weird here right at first. So, man, y'all, technology.
Shit.
We're going on 5 years doing this. We're still... I knew it sounded kind of weird. I was like, when I first talked there, I wonder if something's up. But yeah, the new studio, we've got like cameras everywhere. Like literally a month ago, we were in the old studio. It was great, but we had one camera and two microphones. Now, I don't even know. Like Ricky Bobby, I'm like, stuff I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know where to look.
Well, that's how we got we got multiple cameras. I got my laptop right here. Well, that's what, when you were talking, it was like real echoey.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
gosh,
it was like, what the
echo.
hell is going on?
But I guess it was because I was coming through your mic.
Yeah. You were just not hooked up to anything.
Yeah. Logan had me muted.
Yeah. Now this one,
I wish I had that. Do you ever and you're probably a better husband than me. When you're like your wife, and I'll just pick up the remote and point it at her. And I'm like, pretend I'm hitting the mute button.
I don't think so. I've never done that.
You're a better husband than me. I'm like, you're beating a dead horse. Like, stop. Like, I understand. Like, she'll just get to chewing on my ass about something and just won't stop.
Well, I get it. Oh man, and we didn't do our intro.
Oh man.
So we do get it. Look, so I had I've upgraded us. I won't reveal all our cards yet, but we got this in there. We did forget this last week, but we got this.
It's called cocaine, and you don't want no part of this shit.
So we've kind of upgraded the board a little bit here.
From a wall card.
Yeah. Do you know what this one's from?
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
Well, it's clearly Arnold. Oh man, he's been in so many movies. You're a choir boy. I mean, I could just guess something. Is that Kindergarten Cop?
No, I don't. To be honest,
I don't even know when it would be in Kindergarten Cop, but I was going off the beaten path.
I don't remember. I think it may be. It's either Running Man or maybe Total Recall or something. It's one of those.
I'm not very familiar with either of those. So yeah.
Now you've seen Total Recall, surely.
I would have to watch it and then it may all come back to me. But yeah, if I have, it has been a long, long time.
Dude, Total Recall is one of my favorites. That one, I have watched that movie a bunch. It's got it's got the smoking hot chick in it that's pretending to be his wife, but she's like a double agent. And, they go to Mars and their eyes almost pop out of their head. There's a chick with 3 titties.
See, I need to watch that one. Although I watched Airplane.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think?
Well, I made it nearly all the way through it. And I was like, I ain't seen no titties yet.
Well, they're in there.
And I realized I was watching it through YouTube TV and it had been on one of the channels where it's.
Oh, man. So it was edited.
Because I saw the scene where I was like, that seems like that's when there should have been titties. And sure enough, I totally. So I sat there and watched a goofy movie for an hour and a half.
And never saw any titties.
Didn't get the glory.
Yeah, no, it's when all the chaos is happening
I know
on
exactly,
the airplane. Yep.
Because they still showed the woman, but yeah, she was.
Did she have a top on?
Yeah. And I need to watch the real version to see if.
I wonder, so do they have a version with her?
Well, I assumed it just started out like that. And then it, in the original version, then it.
No. She just, the way it goes in the original, the uncut one is, it's chaos on the airplane. And then all of a sudden, just a big set of naked titties is whoa, right in front of the camera.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's totally out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we want y'all to do a couple of things first before we get too much deeper into this conversation. First, we want y'all to hit that like button, hit subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think of the episode. Still tweaking in the multicams. And so cameras jumping around, whatever. We got a guy, we've got a person we might be recruiting to run this for us.
Our producer.
And so if we can get that to work, that'll be pretty awesome. But let us know in the comments below what you think of this and how you like it. And if you got any questions for us. And then also, we want you to leave us 5-star ratings on Spotify and on Apple Podcast as well. And let us, again, just let us know what you think of the show, guys. Leave us those ratings and reviews. They've been killing it. Y'all been doing a great job. And also, what else I need to do?
Y'all check out agzaga.com. Excuse me if I can clear my throat. But yes, they are your online ag retailer. You know, we actually had a good conversation with them today. We're talking with them, all the good stuff they got going on. They got some really great new products. They're always bringing on new product lines. The bale nut wrap will always be their bread and butter. If you are planning on baling any hay this summer, this spring, check out agzaga.com. Use the discount code TALKDIRT20. That's going to be $20 off, $50 minimum order. And then they got all the other good stuff that you can check out as well.
That's right. Guys, check them out. And
did Hell's Angels just go by?
I don't know. That's what I was like, gosh, dang it, it's loud all of a sudden.
Yeah, like this third or fourth episode we done in the studio, and we're not like right on the road.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was like,
first I thought a dude was about to come in the door.
I was like, it was a damn motorcycle gang just rolled down Drummond's Road.
Yeah, gosh dang, man. I don't know what that was all about. Well, I had, let's see, there was something else before did you watch Super Bowl?
So we had a Super Bowl party and it was on the TV. I was cooking and the way our little outdoor kitchen is, like the TV's right there, but like I was mainly cooking and we had a bunch of people over. So it wasn't much of a game really. Seattle, the fact that New England held Seattle to field goals in the first half was the only reason it was a game.
Yeah.
It was that Seattle defense. It was utter domination.
I didn't watch. I honestly watched about 3 minutes of the game, and then
which and I didn't even know this. That it was a local boy, but we had a local boy who was Super Bowl MVP.
Really,
not just in the Super Bowl, but like the goddamn MVP was from Arlington High School.
Oh wow, dang! What's his name?
Shit, Walker the Third.
Walker the Texas Ranger.
Yeah, that would have been a lot cooler. I would have remembered his name. Yeah, I want to say like James Walker the Third. Something. Is it James? Somebody's like again.
Samsonite. I think it's Sammy Slappy Swanson Samsonite.
I'm Googling it. Super Bowl MVP. It's Walker the Third. Is his last name, and he's again Kenneth Walker the Third.
Kenneth Walker the Third. I've not heard of that guy. That's pretty cool.
And that's what my brother's like. Yeah, he played at Arlington. Like actually, one of my brother's buddies coached him at Arlington.
Oh wow!
Wasn't like the head coach, but he's like their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It's like but he wasn't like a huge recruit out of high school. Went to like Wake Forest, and then finished his college career at Michigan State. And I was like, I've still never heard of him. And I'm a big college football fan, not as big. And again, in the NFL, like he's out there on the West Coast, so I don't pay that much attention to the NFL. Like you either need to be playing for like the Titans normally I would follow the Titans, but when they are as shitty as they are, it's hard to even get into that, but yeah, no man, he Super Bowl MVP.
That's pretty awesome.
Arlington High School.
That's pretty awesome representing for good old Tennessee. And just right here in our neck of the woods, I work a good bit of ground in Arlington area. So that's pretty cool.
That's like right down the road from us, and not just in the Super Bowl, but the damn MVP.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, congratulations, Kenny. All right. What about we got to talk about this before we get in. What did which halftime show did you watch?
I am over all of it. Like actually we had two TVs going. We had one in the house, one outside. So I guess you could say we had both on. I don't give a shit about any of it. Like I'm so fucking over it. Like, cause I'll be honest with you, that where we were outside, we turned on the Turning Point. I thought it was pretty shitty. I'm sorry. I was like, we're going to watch this because I don't want to watch the other one clearly. But apparently it like bombed anyway. Like even like
the Bad Bunny one.
Yeah. Like a lot of people. And again, I don't know, cause you're in your damn social media echo chamber.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit. But like a lot of like, even like NFL people are like, yeah, it was shitty. I don't know. Like, don't care about any of it. Like, I was really disappointed at the Turning Point when obviously Kid Rock's a huge name. He's, you know, maybe you could say the same thing about me, but he's a little past his prime. And then like the others, like I had heard of, was it Brantley Gilbert or?
Yeah.
Like I've heard of him, but like honest to God, I could not name you a single song he sings. And then the others, it's like they were covering songs. It was like, I know the song, but like, that's not who sings it. Like, and again, I mean, I'm fully politically on board, much more so at the Turning Point, but and part of it's like, all right, this is just a fucking publicity stunt.
Well, and we watched the Turning Point when we went to my parents, and because Dad always cooks hot wings, we always go over there, and we watched it, and my mom was just like, oh, she's just loving it, and which one of the first, and I know some Brantley Gilbert, some of his stuff.
I'm sure I would hear some of his songs, and be like, oh yeah, I've heard that on the radio. But I'll be honest with you, any country music made since about 2010, I think 99% of it absolutely sucks.
Well, see, and he was
I'd probably rather listen to Bad Bunny than a lot of the modern air quotes country music.
But see, he is like Brantley's not
Zach
your.
Top, who's a big Seahawks guy.
Oh, really?
Well, he's from like the Seattle area.
Okay.
He sang the national anthem at the AFC Championship game.
Gotcha.
Or no, NFC.
Well,
whatever conference, they're NFC.
Brantley is like not your typical. He was kind of more like your kind of rockish country.
Yeah, and like, and again, I'm not throwing shade at him. I just like, I'm not super familiar with his work. Like,
well, that's what I had heard some of his stuff, but then so when he came out first, I was like, all right, this is okay. And then it was like Lee Brice, and who I don't know any of his songs at all.
And I'm kind of the same way. Like I've heard his name. Like I'm like, if you tell me like, oh, Lee Brice, I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard of him. But like, right, they weren't. Which again, I had never heard of Bad Bunny until a month ago when they said some weird ass guy that doesn't speak English is going to play at the Super Bowl. Like, well, that sounds about on par with NFL.
I told someone, we watched the Turning Point, which me and Dad, it was me, Dad, my sister, all the kids, Marcy, our kids, my mom, and me and my dad both were like, because we were watching, it was like, damn, they were clearly lip syncing on the Turning Point one. And it was just not very good. Like they were not doing a very good job at it.
And I was barely paying attention because like we're cooking still, we're pulling stuff off the grill. I've got a bunch of people in my house. I'm kind of entertaining people. I'm about, I don't know how many drinks deep at this point. But I just remember thinking to myself, it's like, because at one point it was a female singer. I don't even remember what she was singing, but like I very clearly recognized the song, and I'm like, she's not they were covering the songs. Which, I don't have anything necessarily against that, but I was like, it's, to me, if you're really going to go up against the Super Bowl halftime show, you need to have like, and I understand like that's a big ask, but like, let's have like the main headline artists that are, I don't know.
Well, I told him, I said, because Kid Rock, like,
I think Kid Rock is awesome. He was awesome 25 years ago.
Well, I like Kid Rock as Kid Rock, and I liked him with Devil Without a Cause, and that's what. So Deb and I were.
That shit's 25, 30 years old.
Yeah, I'm still good with it, but I guess we're kind of old.
And like they kind of went through a deal with these Super Bowl halftime shows where they were bringing like some throwbacks.
Oh yeah, hell, they had the Who on when they were like about dead.
They had Prince.
Yeah,
and like. And I don't know, and there's some artists that just transcend,
Well, Prince would be one.
Oh yeah, totally. Like transcend generations, genres, whatever. You're the fucking Super Bowl. You can get damn near anybody you want. Like, and again, because I primarily listen to podcasts, like all you guys listen to us right now, maybe. But like, there's got to be like some big like pop culture type artist out there that like literally everybody 8 to 80 can appreciate.
Well,
there's like that one random asshole that doesn't like them.
But I was thinking, I'm like, man, why can't they get
you don't need somebody polarizing, in that.
Well, I'm going to tell you who they need. So like I said, we watched it, and Kid Rock, he comes out, he sings Ball with the Ball for about 10 seconds. And then he changes into Robert Ritchie, which is his real name. And Dad and I both were like, this is terrible. We did not enjoy his song. And my mom was like, I love that. And I'm like, that's the problem. And But I told them, I said, I'll tell you what they needed to do. They needed to get Metallica, because Metallica is one that transcends. And I know that like some people aren't into metal, but like everyone knows some Metallica songs. I'm like, dude, Metallica or Creed. Creed would be huge.
I am with you. Like, what would our potential producer that may be here with us? I mean, and he probably knows who Metallica is because you're a hardcore Metallica fan. But like, is the under 20 crowd, do they know Metallica these days?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he would, because he actually was like Bad Bunny. Like he was like, this is terrible.
Well, that was funny. And again, we've talked way too much about this already, but like somebody was going around like, because, you know, the media days and all at Super Bowl, we're going around to all the players like, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? And they were like, a bunch of them were like, I've never even heard of the guy. And most of them were like, I can't name a single song. And a couple of them were like, man, he's got like that one song. Like, what? Like, that shit wouldn't happen with Prince. People are going around like even the most non-music person.
That's same with Metallica.
Yeah.
Everybody would know Metallica.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah. Like everybody would know them.
If you've ever watched the New York Yankees with Mariano Rivera, like you know, even if you've heard that and you didn't know it was Metallica, when you hear that come on, you're like, oh, I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
It sounds like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
All right. But no, actually.
No, Metallica would. And I was trying to think, is there anybody just like slightly newer than them that was like
Creed?
Well, yeah, and that would be slightly. But is anybody even slightly newer than Creed that like transcended where like everybody was, you know, regardless of, you know, like I feel like Garth was kind of that in the 90s where like people that even weren't country music fans knew Garth.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know.
Now Garth is
gay and killed a bunch of people. He's got a lot of bodies in his basement and stuff.
Kill some people.
Oh man, you don't know about the Garth Brooks conspiracy with all the dead bodies?
Oh shit! All right,
dude, come on, man.
I feel like we don't need to go down that kind of rabbit hole.
You so owe it to yourself to get on social media.
Like Garth Brooks is a serial killer conspiracy theory.
There is 100%. Tom Segura, I know you know who Tom Segura is, the comedian. He started this myth about Garth Brooks, like, so I don't even know how.
Richard Gere and South
the chirpling, yes. Yeah, but like.
So it was totally made up, but it became so.
I don't know, maybe. But he basically, Tom, I don't remember if he had a joke or what, but it was about Garth Brooks hiding dead bodies. And it got so bad. Like, if you try to get on, I bet if you look up Garth Brooks' social media right now, it's probably the comments are turned off because it got so bad. Every single Garth Brooks post that he would put up, it'd be hundreds of comments and they'd say, "Where are the bodies, Garth?" And it was like crazy how many people were like, "Garth, where are the bodies?" And so it got so bad because I went to his page to look and the comments are turned off on like everything.
Wow. And I mean, he was such a mega star.
He just went so weird with that Chris Gaines thing.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely, and like he's
a liberal guy.
Yeah, I was about to say he has some, for a country music guy.
He's a little gay.
It's a little bit right. I mean, you got to know your audience, and I feel like he did a pretty good job of not being like really like out there. Like,
yeah,
he didn't go like full Dixie Chicks on us.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can't stand them. Just the chicks, you know, that's offensive.
Because I can't use the name Dixie anymore.
Yeah,
that's too offensive. But
they probably don't like dicks either. All right,
they probably don't.
Here we go. We're gonna get some listener questions. Been a little while. This one's really recent. This one comes from John. John says, "I got a story for y'all about shitty people on Facebook Marketplace." We love to hear about that.
I'm about to say that you just got a story about Facebook Marketplace because they're all shitty people on there.
Pretty much. He said,
I've gotten to the point where like, I'll see something I kind of want and I won't even send a message to somebody because I'm like, fuck, like I know how much they hate tire kickers and assholes. Like I don't even want to,
don't even want to deal with it.
I don't even want to message them till I have like cash in hand. I'm like, I feel your pain for having to sell shit like this. I'm not going to give you a hard time. Just here's my money.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, so this dude here, he says, my wife decided one day she wanted to upgrade our camper because ours was fairly old. So she started looking on Marketplace and found one. So I called the guy. He told me it was 6 months old, but it was still like new condition. It did have a few blemishes inside and out, so it wasn't in perfect shape, but not bad at all.
So it wasn't like new.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like new, except
it is used heavily. Yeah. He was located about 5 hours away.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, damn. So I go ahead and I call my bank and get a loan with a cashier's check for him. So if it's what we want, when we go look at it, I can go ahead and bring it home. So that's what we do. Everything checked out. He had a title for it, said he was selling it because it's his dad's, and he got cancer and needed the money for treatment. We get it home, get tags for it, title goes to the bank, got insurance, start using it a little. About 10 months go by, and a cop comes to my house and said the camper is stolen. I paid $25,000 for it. I told the police how we got it. Come to find out, the guy we got it from had been stealing people's identities and buying new shit from dealerships, financing them in other people's names and reselling them. So the cops left and didn't take the camper after we told them the story and had all the paperwork for everything. Then a lawyer calls, being a complete asshole to my wife, laughing. Imagine that, a lawyer being an asshole, laughing and saying he's going to sue us if we didn't take the camper back. And I told him, why come after us when the guy screwed both of us over? He said, we won't get nothing out of him. I told him I ain't got shit either at the time. I'm a 25-year-old self-employed farmer with kids. So the dealer sued us, wanting the camper back. I told them I'd sell it to them for $25,000, but I can't give it away. So my bank and local police told me to hide it in case the dealer hires somebody to come get the thing. So I stashed it in the woods by my house like a damn crackhead and hire a lawyer. They battled for a few months and the dealership just dropped it finally. It was a crazy deal. Plus, in the documents, the dealership got insurance money for it. But what damn? But for some reason, waited months to try to get the camper back and sell that also, and to report it stolen. Now for the scammer. He was wanted for murder. Shit, and had buried a man in a row crop field after beating him with a pipe. I had my kids and wife with me looking at this camper, and he seemed nice as could be. Now I own the most expensive bumper pull camper once you add the lawyer fees to it, and I banned my wife from Facebook Marketplace. Shit.
That reminds me of all kinds of things. So my parents, and you're aware of this, the house they live at, actually a very prominent person in our community built that house. Very nice, well-known family. Anyway, but then they had sold it to this other individual. And happened to be a lawyer.
Hold on. The other individual was one that I knew. And I actually went to a birthday party there when I was a kid. Did you know that?
No, the one you would have known would have been the one that was a con artist.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what it was the one that owned it before your parents, correct?
Yeah. Lawyer, con man, like the sleaziest sleazeball. Like, won't get into all the details, but it was funny.
Probably did copious amounts of cocaine.
Well,
in there.
the thing with hiding the camper, like he owed people like all kinds of crazy shit. Like it is wild. My parents got into a little bit of issues because like part of the property had gotten like, he let the bank take it back and like.
Now it was foreclosed when your parents bought it.
Yeah. Right. But it was, I won't get into all the details, but in one of the satellite images, when you were looking at it, I guess when we were looking at the property, like originally, like you could see like way back in the back, like in the pasture, they had like a camper back and like that. And knowing what other shenanigans he pulled in hindsight now, I have zero doubt that's 100% what he was doing. It was something that was about to be repoed and he had hidden it back in the, it was, I guess it would have been pasture at that time. They don't have any animals back in that part of it anymore. But like, there's zero reason there would have been a camper or some, again, it's a satellite image, so you can't tell exactly what it is, but yeah, like that just reminded me.
Dude, I never forget when your parents, when they bought that place, like the previous owner, they had like trashed the place inside. Like we went through there.
Didn't do it too bad because I remember going through it. Like they left a bunch of shit. Like they didn't just tear it apart.
Where did he go?
Because my dad, he kind of gets obsessed with that stuff. Like he found, I'll have to ask my dad tomorrow. Seemed like he was like in Colorado and he was like, it was I don't even know how my dad, I'll be like a private investigator, I guess, may have even been under a different name. And like he was claiming to be like 15 years younger than he was.
What?
And like, I think they were in like Colorado, and he's like all into like this rock climbing shit, which makes sense because the barn, the house came with a barn. And
oh yeah, I remember this.
Part of the barn had like this rock climbing wall, like going like up it. I mean,
Bobby Lee's dad uses it every morning still.
Yeah, my dad at 70 years old is out there like rock climbing, like hanging upside down. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, but like dude, shady and like, and again, I know some lawyers that are good people. But this is like this like. You never really watched Breaking Bad.
No.
Like the sleazeball, like, and which Saul Goodman is, he's one of your favorite characters, but like just shady as shit. Like, no, this dude like fits the bill of the shady ass lawyer that like the stereotype that everybody wants to avoid. But anyway, yeah, that kind of reminded me. The camper being hidden back in the woods and like, yeah, because I remember us looking at that satellite image and be like, yeah, there's no doubt now in hindsight.
He was hiding that back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's wild. And the fact that, it's wild too. He said that the dude was a murderer because I've read something.
Yeah, I don't know that the lawyer guy in our story was ever a murderer, but he was just a total piece of shit.
Yeah. And see, I had, like I said, I attended a birthday party there. I won't give away.
Because you would have been about the same age as
his daughter. I went to school with her for a little while. Yeah. I proposed to her at one point when I was in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah. I started young. I remember I asked her to marry me in like the 3rd grade.
Did you really?
I did. I really did.
Oh, hell. No.
Yeah. She turned me down. Thank God. In hindsight, that was a good thing that she turned me down.
You were thinking, your dad's a lawyer, you got money, and little did you know he was just a con man.
Yeah, man, that would have been hellacious father-in-law. But and she's actually, I'm assuming she probably doesn't listen to the show, but she's pretty bizarre herself, like now. But like I could kind of see her as being one of those that probably doesn't like shave her armpits or something now. Like she really went rogue after she kind of moved off and left.
Oh.
So yeah, a little different. Yeah. But it does make me think, him talking about the guy being a murderer. There's some crazy statistic about how many murderers you interact with in your life. I can't remember it now, but I just remember seeing a thing that was like, in all reality, most of us interact with a murderer in some capacity in our lifetime, probably multiple murderers in some capacity.
Like we've just crossed paths with them.
Yeah.
Like true murder, not like manslaughter.
Yeah, like a true murder. I think I remember seeing some statistic that said that there's actually a pretty good chance that you have possibly crossed paths with a serial killer at some point in your life.
Like just statistically speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have probably crossed paths with that. I mean, which is just crazy to think about, man. Like, I know people that have killed people, but I don't know, but not in murder, like in war or something. Like,
yeah.
I know a few men that have murdered a few people for fun, but like, that's about it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you,
he bashed their head in with a brick.
Did they get caught?
No.
So, I guess it's still murder, even though they didn't get it pinned on them.
But is it murder if it's for fun?
Yeah, I think that would be the definition.
No, I will tell you a kind of a crazy story about murder. This is you never know what we're going to talk about on here. This is a fun one. But I do, my former show, I've told some people, me and my dad were talking about this, like, and, what's the fat dude that's been on Joe Rogan a bunch? Joey Diaz. You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
He's like this kind of fat Italian guy. You would probably recognize him if you've seen him, but he's like, all you need in life is like 3 crazy mother effers that'll, just, you can get shit done and go out and do whatever.
I've probably seen that viral clip.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Well, I thought about that. I was talking to my dad one day and he was like, a man really ought to have, like, it's probably not a bad idea for you to have a couple guys that are kind of rowdy.
Some friends that you can, well, there's that meme, or not meme, but it's like that It's kind of like the viral clip. I don't even know what movie it's from with Ben
Town.
Ben Affleck. Yeah. And I've seen that movie, but I didn't even remember that clip from that movie. It's like, I don't need, what does he say? I don't need you to ask any questions, but we're going to have to hurt some people. He says, what, whose car are we taking?
Yeah. That's the Town. Yeah. I mean, and that's, so.
Yeah. You need some bros like that.
You do.
And I think I've got some people close enough to me. I know I do, that would be down for that. Now, I don't know that they're not like just brutal killers though.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
It'd be nice to have somebody in your inner circle that was down to do something like that, but you also knew was fully capable.
Yeah.
Of like just doing something like that.
That's where I'm like, I'm appreciative.
Like you hope you're never in that situation where you need to be like, all right, buddy, you know how you've always told me if we ever needed to stack some bodies, the time has come. Well,
so I am 99% confident now that from some of the friends I made through my former show, that I've got some friends that I could call today and they'd be game.
You had one or two guests that I'm pretty sure if there's an ounce of, truth to some of the stories surrounding them, like, yeah.
One of them that you're talking about is the one I'm about to tell a story about. I'm almost certain.
Yeah.
It's like one of the craziest ones I ever had.
Yeah.
And so this story is not about him as much. And this actually took place in Tennessee. There was another guy that he's mutual friend of this group of people. And he was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And so he would do these, I don't want to incriminate this guy. So I'll keep this kind of vague, but he was in Knoxville, Tennessee. This dude was actually somebody I would not have picked a fight with, but he's a unique looking guy. Like it's not my buddy. It's not my buddy that I'm really tight with but this guy is also
it's like
equally
a friend. Yeah.
Yeah. But this dude, he's a very like unique looking individual. Like he's got some unique ink work and stuff done. And he was at this bar in Knoxville at night. And basically a group of people, like I think it was like 2 or 3 dudes, started kind of talking some smack to this guy. And he just this dude's kind of stoic. So he was like, he kind of brushed him off. Whatever, leave me alone. I just want to enjoy my drink. Well, he just kept on. And so finally, this dude is like, all right, I've had enough. So he actually just gets up to leave. And he goes and he gets in his vehicle and he leaves. Well, he's on like a back road and he notices headlights have come up behind him and the people have followed him because he takes a few turns and he's like, all right, what do let me see. And they are following him. So he finally just pulls over. Well, this dude's pretty savvy with a blade. He's a knife guy. And he said he gets out and these dudes get out and he said immediately start talking crap to him. And he said one of them comes walking up to him and he just stabs him in the stomach. Like he said, the dude comes up and immediately he just like hits him right in the guts. I don't remember if he stabs him a couple of times, but he shanks him pretty bad. He's like, dude's bleeding like crazy. And he said the other people, like, they panic because they're like, holy shit. Because I'm sure they were thinking they were just going to, I don't know. I guess they were going to beat the hell out of him. Yeah. But so they run off. Well, this guy is now like, oh shit. Like, he's like, I probably just murdered that guy, which it would have been self-defense, I feel like, in the state of Tennessee. But he calls.
Especially if there was multiple ones of them.
Yeah. Yeah. But he calls a former guest of mine that he also had a good acquaintance with. And he's like, tells him the scenario. And that dude immediately is like, here's what you need to do. And he like laid him out.
He had a checklist.
He had literally like a checklist of what to do. And he followed it and he never went to jail. He never faced any, as far.
Even any questioning or anything?
No, like all.
Do you know what was on the checklist?
Not thoroughly. No, I just know the dude was like, all right, step 1 is like very well dispose of the weapon. Like you need to get rid of the weapon. And then I think he may have even like burned his clothes. Like, it was like it was a very thorough list of things to do. Our listeners may want to know this list. Like I don't, I occasionally still talk to this guy, But I've never asked him for like, hey man, can you give me a checklist of like, what do I need to get away with murder?
Yeah, you don't want to Google that shit like Casey Anthony.
yeah, because she had been looking that up.
Wasn't that like one of the crazy things where she got off? Was it was like she like Googled like, if you were to kill your kid, how do you get away with it? It was something like ridiculously specific. It was like, how the hell did that prosecution fumble that case?
Dude, that one is what I don't understand. And then, and it's kind of like, OJ didn't, after he was acquitted and all that, he wrote that book, If I Did It.
Yes, I knew he did that. I have not read any of that.
I would almost be intrigued to read that book.
I mean, OJ's dead now. So, part of me is like, yeah, you don't want to do anything to give his,
that's true. Giving me
money,
yeah.
But yeah.
He almost played the Terminator.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in the running.
I knew he did, quite a bit of, I don't want to say quite a bit, but he did some acting after.
They made fun of it and, they remade or made a new Naked Gun. And he's in all the Naked Guns.
I didn't realize that. I knew he was in the Naked Gun. I didn't realize they remade them.
Yeah, they made a new one. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are them too. And actually, and I'm not a Liam Neeson fan because he went on like a stupid, he went on like a dumb anti-gun rant. But it was,
which is hilarious because like all his movies. I actually watched a Netflix movie with him the other night. I bet you've never seen.
Which one?
I don't even know what it's called. It was like made for Netflix.
Oh, I probably hadn't. But I do, yeah, his movies.
We were just on Netflix. I didn't even realize I still had Netflix until the kids were on there watching. I was like, what? So we were going to watch something else because I was like, all right, I want to find something that's like suspenseful, like action that I'll enjoy, but it's not too inappropriate for the kids. We started watching something that was like a kind of sci-fi, and the kids were like, we're scared. I was like, y'all suck. Have
you shown them Braveheart yet?
No, that'd be a good one.
It was,
my son, like my mom worries about her grandson and I, because like we watch like Rambo and I talk about,
he's going to be like he's going to be building a killdozer by the age of like 12.
She's like, you can't. I was like, Mom, like, yeah.
If I don't teach him, then who will?
Well, and I was just like, look, this is like, I'm just teaching him. And then I talked to him and I was like, yeah, the government does a bunch of really bad shit. Like let's not, like, it's just, it is. And so,
well, I get tickled. I was showing them Braveheart and yeah, like I have some family members that are like, good God. Like when I tell them that we watched Braveheart, because it's like, we're sitting there watching and there are some brief moments where I'm like, as a father, am I making a poor parental choice here? Not because of but like, we'll be watching it and all of a sudden a dude's running at William Wallace and he's got his like 6 foot long Claymore sword and he's like, and like chops the guy's leg off and like blood sprays out of his leg. And then another guy has like a war hammer and he like hits a dude and like crushes his skull and like blood sprays out his face. And Levi's like, good Lord, like he just exploded that guy's head. And like, that's where part of me is like, yeah, maybe, but there, and I do at least tell him to cover his eyes. Like when the titties come up, because, he does at least crack that gal in that movie.
Yeah, but it doesn't really show much, does it?
Just your titty. But
okay.
Do you remember the significance of the Braveheart song in my life? Do you know that there's a trivia about me that our listeners have probably never heard?
Was it at your wedding?
It was in my wedding.
I thought so, yeah.
Braveheart, I tell y'all, Braveheart is my number one film of all time. I'm a Braveheart addict. And whenever Marcy and I were planning our wedding, she was like asking me for all this input and stuff. And I'm just going to be honest. And if she listened to this, she would know that this is true. I didn't care what she wanted to do in the wedding. I just was showing up to do what I had to do to marry her. And, but I told her, I said, if there's one thing that I would like, I would love to have the Braveheart song in the wedding. And so sure enough, like, as people were walking in, we had the For the Love of a Princess, the name of the song, playing. It's like I knew that she was the gal. She was the right one when she was down with that.
There you go. It was The Marksman.
No, I've seen it on there.
Yeah.
I've seen it. No, see, it was, have you seen A Walk Amongst the Tombstones?
No.
All right. That was his movie that it's like all about him shooting a gun. And then he was promoting the movie and he's like, guns are bad. You know, like people shouldn't have them.
Well, like literally, I don't know of a single movie he does that's not like really focused on gun violence.
That's true. Taken, the ones that like really sent him into orbit, like Taken, those all revolve around guns.
The marksman. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to know that, like, yeah, which he's like a Vietnam vet. It's pretty decent, and it wasn't like inappropriate for kids. I mean, if you're like totally like my kid can't see any violence on TV or any cussing, like okay, I think it was PG-13. It's funny, like his Wikipedia does not even list it.
Really?
Like I had to finally go into my Netflix and go to my history. I thought it was terrible. Did you watch Vikings on the History Channel?
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
Yeah, that's the really hot chick that was Ragnar's wife. She was in it.
Okay.
I remember seeing her because
is she naked in it?
No, there's no nudity. It's
Oh.
PG-13.
Oh, hell, so is Airplane.
Well, yeah, but that was in the 80s.
Airplanes might be PG.
No, I don't think.
I think it's G.
Yeah.
It's a kid's movie.
It's animated.
John, we appreciate you writing in. I'm glad you didn't get murdered by the camper guy.
20 minutes later, we've answered that question.
Yes.
I don't even know that he had a question.
No.
But that was a damn cool story.
That was.
Excellent email. We appreciate stuff like that.
Send us more of those.
Yeah, you don't have to send us a question. If you got a cool ass story where like, people got killed and you were like hiding, campers from law enforcement, like hell yeah, send us that stuff.
Yeah, you had to like hide in a cow's carcass to keep from being murdered by a gang of ruthless killers.
Yeah.
That's kind of stories we want to hear. All right. Now we got one here that is of truly an agriculture email. This comes in from Seth. Seth says, "Hey guys, love the show. I've got a cow-calf operation. My wife and I started in 2020. We finished 10 to 20 steers a year. A ruthless murderer came out on one day and tried to, I would love Bobby Lee's finishing program. All right. I'm going to do like I always do. And I'm going to copy that and I'm going to send it to Bobby Lee right now."
Yeah. We're recording really early this week because of our travel schedule.
Yep.
So if you're hearing this and you haven't seen it in your inbox, check your spam or something because, you should have that long before this episode comes out.
There you go. All right. He said, "I would love Bobby Lee's finishing program. Now, the main reason for my email, I think it would be a great show if you had Ryan Kelly, the Wisconsin Titan 2, on YouTube as a guest. He's been really vocal on how to fix agriculture. Check him out and keep up the great work with the show. God bless, Seth." And he gave us a link here. Now, you're more tuned into the ag YouTube guys. Are you familiar with him?
His name's Ryan Kelly.
Yes.
I'm not.
Okay. Well, I'm on make a note of that one.
I will. What's the name of his YouTube channel?
It said WI Titan 2, like II2, like Roman numeral 2.
All right. I'm sending in that email. So
appreciate that, Seth. All right. Here we go. We're going to jump on into the next one here. Sorry, guys. We had quite a few here. We're trying to catch up. Jesse writes in, "I started listening to you guys about a year ago. I'm now just listening to you guys from the beginning when I am able to do any long trip delivery for my company. I would love to be able to hear what you guys think about equine farms, etc. Let me know so I can look out for that episodes. Thanks, Jesse from Des Moines, Iowa. I think that equine farms are gay as hell. That's the only thing.
You just want us to know what we think about equine farms in general?
I think so. That they suck. They're terrible.
I mean, until recently, and I still don't even know if it's official, like in Tennessee, I mean, this is me totally throwing shade at them, but like horses alone aren't considered agriculture.
Really, what do they consider them? Like hobbies,
like a recreational.
Yeah. Thing. And I'm picking on them. I got some friends that I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a horse guy.
Well, like, I know, like,
I'd rather put fire ants in my pee hole than have to deal with horses.
I won't go quite that far because I have at different points in my life done a lot of horse showing and really enjoyed it and had some success at it. But it's a love-hate relationship. My wife and
just
daughter
say it what it is. It's a money pit.
Oh, it is definitely that. But I mean, hell, racing dirt bikes and deer hunting, playing golf, bass fishing.
Yeah, but you at least, like on the hunting and the fishing, you can at least eat that. Like you're not going to go kill your horse and eat it. I mean, you could.
You can.
You could, and I would try it. I would try a horse.
If like a COVID type scenario hits again and like those grocery stores but shelves stay bare for too much longer, there'd be some people eating some horses, I guarantee it.
I would not be opposed. Like, would you eat a horse if you like if you weren't even that hungry?
I would have trouble like eating my own horse. But like if I don't know if I was in France or wherever. I mean, I've never been to France. I assume those goofy assholes eat horses. But if I'm somewhere where they like are eating, like it's on the menu, I would totally try it.
What about your own dog? If the apocalypse was happening and it's down to you, you're about dead, and it's
there was a story. I can't remember. It was a South American soccer team that like playing. This has been like in the 80s, 90s. I don't know, maybe 70s, whatever. Long time ago.
Hold on, you about to do about the cannibalism?
Yeah, where they crashed in the mountains, and people were like, "I cannot believe they did that." But the people that were already dead, they eventually ate them. And one of the survivors was like, "How can you even say that?" Pretty much the whole Greta Thunberg. How dare you?
I think didn't he later become
and I've always been like I can't, like I've never been starving. Like I consider right now and tell you I would never eat my own dog. I'm not saying I would never eat dog, because like hell, if I went to, I guess South Korea, is where the Olympics were not too long ago, and they were like it's more like the older generation there, but they eat it. That would be a tough one for me, but like I've never eaten any meat that I was like, I'm real picky. Like I don't really like onions, like especially like raw onions. I eat onions cooked.
Love onions,
but like when it comes to like meats, like there's never been a meat that I've just been like, I mean, some is not as good as others, but where I've just been like, I won't eat that.
I didn't one of those guys, the survivors, didn't he later become the I think he became the spokesman for that fast food joint that goes, finger licking good. Wasn't he one of the?
Is that like KFC?
Yes.
I don't think quite that, but he made, there was some kind of quote that he said essentially along the lines of like, who the fuck are y'all to judge us?
Yeah.
We were on a mountain, like freezing and starving to death. Like, and again, I don't think he dropped the F word, but like, I can't, I'm not going to sit here in our heated studio while I'm sipping whiskey after I ate a full ass dinner an hour ago and say, how dare them eat their, dead compadres? No, like in all reality, like if they're already dead and your choices are you eat them or you die. I mean, as awful as that sounds, I mean, hell, I can say right now, eat me. Like if I'm already dead, eat me. It reminds me, I was reading a story in Field Ethos Journal, the new one I got the other day, and about these guys. I believe it was about Greenland, I guess because of all the stuff. Just how brutal. And I guess it was back whenever they were trying to claim like who had actual like claim to the land. And so Denmark had sent some explorers up there, and these two dudes, and they had a team of dogs. It did not ever say that they actually ate the dogs, but as the dogs would get weaker and they were all starving to death, they would have to decide to sacrifice the dogs that were getting really weak to feed to the other dogs. And I was like, man, that's like, they survived like 3 years up there. Like,
oh shit.
And just like shit like that. Like we're in such a place of privilege, the vast majority of us where my idea of being hungry is like, fuck, I skipped lunch today and it's nearly supper time. I'm hungry. Like I ain't about to starve to death ever.
Yeah. Well,
so I can't judge somebody that made a decision like that.
And that's when I that's the same reason why I do get my ass chapped over people bitching about, GMO this or do this or that. I'm like, man, what a place of privilege we are. Cause there's literally people in other countries that like, they don't give a damn where the shit's from. They just are happy to have some food.
And I generally try to say, I'm not going to judge someone harshly for a situation I've never been in. Another one that kills me is and God forbid I ever end up in this situation, but someone who loses a spouse, and you see this all the time, where then
I know where you're going with this. Yeah,
they start dating again and get remarried, and people are like, "Man, that was quick." Like, who are you to say that? If you're sitting there with your spouse you've been married to for 40 years, and you're both still happily alive and married together.
Yeah, you're dipping your stick and everything, man. Yeah, come on now. No,
I'm just
that was the same with
I don't know if my wife fell over dead. If I get home tonight and she's dead in the bed, I don't know how long it would take before I would want to date again.
That was
that just pisses me off when people judge people.
Jim
like
Shockey got a bunch of crap over that, and that's what it's like. Man, shit.
Literally everybody does.
Yeah.
If your spouse dies and you ever date again, there's going to be assholes that are going to judge you for it.
There is.
Doesn't matter if you wait a month or 10 years. People will be like, "Damn, that was quick." I'm like, and maybe somebody out there has been in that situation. Okay. Feel free to judge then. You never been in that situation. Keep your mouth shut.
Well, I'm going to tell you what you need to do in that before you say anything about those people, you need to walk a mile in their shoes.
Exactly.
So that you're a mile away from them and you have their shoes. So then you're a long ways away. So they have a hard time about like beating you up or anything.
Yeah.
So you want to put some distance between you and them. No, I'm with you, man. Like, I mean, people are dumb. And it's kind of the same way with like this. Well, we were talking earlier, the Super Bowl bad boy thing. I don't give a shit. I honestly don't give a shit what somebody's political affiliation is. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm so tired of it. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want to do. Just don't like push your shit on me. Like, that's how I am. I don't care what you do. I just don't want it pushed upon me. So,
yeah, I mean, the whole halftime thing, like, I couldn't tell you who did the Super Bowl last year or the year before.
I don't remember.
I remember Katy Perry did it one year.
I remember Janet Jackson's titty with Justin Timberlake.
Her, obviously. And I remember Prince did it and Prince was in like 2007. Like, it was damn near 20 years ago. Like, I can name like 4 Super Bowl halftime shows in the last 20. So nobody gives a damn.
No, they don't. All right, Jesse. Basically, the takeaway for you, no offense. We were kind of picking on the horses, but it's just no offense.
How the hell did we get that?
I don't know how we got to that, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be real with you. In all honesty, the chances of us doing like an episode on equine farms is pretty damn slim.
Well, and like the whole thing, like Tennessee didn't consider equine agriculture because I know like certain, like if you just had a horse farm, like, because in Tennessee we have sales tax, but you can get ag exemption, but you don't for horses. They may have just recently, but part of me, and this is as I've got 5 horses at my house right now. Like, I don't think horses are agriculture. Like, we have them for, like mine are totally for recreational purposes. There are people that use them, like, I mean, in like true ranching country, like, yeah, they use that horse to check cows. Like, hell, I saddle a horse every now and then to check cows. That ain't the reason we have horses. Like, they're there because my wife and daughter specifically love them. Yeah, I don't know. Horses are fine. I don't hate horses. Hell, I'm going to be feeding some at 5:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I've never been a horse guy. All right, Jake, he writes in, "Hey guys, Jake from northwestern Wisconsin here. Love the show. Listen every Friday morning while I'm feeding cattle. I have 2 Made in America suggestions. We always appreciate these. One of these we have done. So Jake, we got to get on to you. You didn't pay attention to one of our Made in America things. The first one, Bobby Lee might have, he may have had before, but the first one he says is Cyclops Fencers, and the second is Darn Tough Socks. Also for Bobby Lee, my son loves watching your YouTube channel. He gives it a thumbs up. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for reading. So Darn Tough Socks we've covered on here before. Are you wearing them right now?
You're damn right I'm wearing my Darn Tough Socks right now.
Yeah. Can you get your leg up that high?
For our YouTube audience, I can't spin my foot around far enough for y'all to see, but just take my word for it.
No, wait, hold on. Now do it. You got to get it up there by the mic. Let's see if Bobby Lee can get his foot all the way up there.
Maybe if y'all can
it's got to get in the frame, though. You got to scoot it back a little further.
Hell, I'm just going to take the damn sock off and show y'all then. Because I'm not that flexible. Because the words are on the toe.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
I'm wearing my Darn Tough Sock tonight.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. What about Cyclops Fencers? Are you familiar with him?
I'm not at all. That's what I was about to look that up when I was like, hell, I got to take my shoe off and prove that I'm actually wearing my Darn Tough socks.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with those.
Yeah, Darn Tough. They have a lifetime warranty on these suckers.
Yeah.
My brother has actually sent a pair back into him that like he ripped a hole in, and they sent him another pair.
Wow. All right. Well, I've got a couple of pair. Admittedly, I hate to say it, I've not worn them a ton because they're.
Okay.
I'm like a gold toe guy generally.
But they make like electric fence chargers.
Okay.
And whatnot.
Awesome. Well, Jake, we appreciate you writing in.
I don't deal with a lot of electric fence. I try not to. These things give me fits. But yeah, looks like they do make electric fence chargers.
There you go. All right. Appreciate you, Jake. Chris writes in, hey guys, my wife and I raise sheep, meat, chickens, and some eggers and turkeys in Middle Tennessee, near Cookeville. All right. Nice. We sell at farmers markets as well as a couple shops around the area. I am curious about the sauerkraut. I have made it since I was a kid, but I was always under the impression that But I was always under the impression that I couldn't sell fermented goods without permitting. Is there something I missed? Do you sell your stuff under cottage law, or are you processing it in a commercial kitchen with permits, etc.? Just curious. We usually ask for forgiveness rather than permission, but we don't want to draw unnecessary attention.
The key. We don't care about no Lotto, don't come around here.
He said, I heard you talk about wanting to branch into farmers markets. It's an interesting endeavor. We've done a couple different ones and have thought about doing more, but we're already stretched thin with both of us working off-farm jobs. Love the show and keep it up. If y'all are in the area sometime and want to try some of our fire-ass lamb sausage, hit me up, Chris.
I would be down for that.
I was going to say, that sounds pretty awesome. Chris, I appreciate you writing in. And in terms of the sauerkraut, it is under the cottage law. Now, I've said before that we're wanting to
explain to us what that is.
Basically, essentially goods that don't have to be refrigerated, that kind of have a very stable shelf life you can sell without a permit. And fermented foods are very much in that category.
It still just kind of blows my mind. You got to have a permit for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if somebody wants to buy it, then I should be able to sell it.
I have something. They would like it. We agree on a price. They will exchange cash to me for it's two people. Why is the government in this at all? At all?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But that's what we do. But I have mentioned that we want to go to doing some online sales. And if we push to outside of the state of Tennessee, then I have to get some USDA inspection and all that.
See, that's the whole thing with the Prime Act they're wanting to do for meat. I say some people are wanting to do for meat, NCBA and Tennessee Cattlemen's and folks like that are fighting against it, where I could sell individual cuts of meat without it being USDA inspected, as long as it didn't cross state lines. And I guess I could even sell it to someone. I couldn't ship it across state lines. Like
gotcha. Yeah.
From Mississippi could drive up here and buy it from me, and then they could across state lines. But,
well, that's the big thing. Yeah, man. As long as you're selling it inside the state of Tennessee, you can make sauerkraut under the cottage law and sell it. So you ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, if you start shipping it, like say outside the state lines, then yeah, you got to deal with that crap. But I'm saying I'm very much asked for forgiveness. This building we're in, that's now the studio, whenever this was being built, I didn't buy a building permit, and because it's actually right outside city limits. So I was like, I don't need a building permit. And so I didn't buy one. And my guy was building it.
That just blows my mind that
you got to have a permit to build on your
property. Especially and which HOAs are a whole nother damn thing. But it ain't like you got any of that shit to even worry about. But literally, please, Mr. Government, can I take my property and spend my money to build something on it for my use?
Yeah, it drives me nuts. Oh, that's what my builder called me. He was out here putting this thing up, and he's like borderline an anarchist. And he called me and was like, "Hey, this dude showed up today and was threatening to shut me down." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said he was the inspector or something, or the code enforcer. And I said, what did he say? And he was like, "Hey man, normally you got to you buy a permit before you begin to build." And he said, he ain't got no building permit. You can't keep building. And my builder was like, I'm going to keep on building. And he was like, I'm going to shut your ass down if he don't come get a permit, kind of thing. I don't know if he was that blunt, but he was like, he's got to come get a permit.
I just want to be like, get off my property.
I know. That's it.
Like, I don't want you, like, if he builds like that still blows my mind. Like inspection and stuff on. And I understand houses are a little different. Like, if I want to pay somebody to build me a shitty house, let me pay somebody to build me a shitty house. Like that's between me and them. Like the government has no role in this.
That's what I've said. It's like, it's my business. So I went up there and I went up there to the city, whatever, sit down hall. And I was like, hey man, I said, man, this ain't in city limits. And he was like, it don't matter if it's in city limits. You still got to buy a permit. And I said, why? And he was like, because you have to. You got to have you got to have a permit to build.
That's the worst answer ever.
Yeah, because you have to.
No. Why? Tell me the benefits of it.
Yeah. Oh, well, the only benefit was that otherwise they were going to shut me down.
Did you end up buying it?
I had to buy it. I had to pay $130 to the king.
Well, I won't say shit about it, but there might be people that live out in rural parts of the county on dead end roads that have built barns that the builders have asked them about, like, did you get a permit? And I'm like, what the fuck for?
Yeah.
Or, I didn't say that, but the person who was building it. And they're like, are you going to get an inspection on this? I'm like, do I need to? I mean, like, I'm going to inspect it. You're building it for, they're building it for the person that's paying them. And like, as long as it's up to the person that's writing you the check, it's up to their specs. There ain't no need for nobody else to be involved here.
Oh, dude. Well, see, that's what gets me is I'm on a road.
But it blew my brother's mind. He's like, you didn't get permits or they didn't get any permits to do that. And I was like, no, they didn't need to. It was their property.
No,
and wasn't nobody else involved but the builder and the landowner.
But see, I'm exactly the same way. Like I like what got me is I'm on a main road, and like it's like when they built my house. When I had my house built, the city was going back there to my house like about 2 times a week.
You're not even in the city limits.
I know, but they would go back there constantly. But the code enforcer would go back there at least once a week.
I had another friend, and this was not me. I'm not referencing myself in third person here.
I know who you're about to reference, but I won't say his name.
He was at a Super Bowl party at my house last night. He was within about close as you could get to killing a man over a code inspection on a house. Or like, and I think that code inspector is now retired. And since I've talked to other electricians and builders and whatnot, they're like, yeah, there's a whole lot of us that wouldn't piss on that son of a bitch if he was on fire.
Well, and I've heard the new one is just as bad.
That wouldn't doubt me.
And it's also I've heard that I don't care if I give away a little bit. I've also heard that he is an electrician himself and has his own electrician company, which is a conflict of interest. So, but yeah.
Well, and you're talking about those barns being built out in the county. I've heard of an electrician put some lights in one, and they ask, like, are you going to do an inspection? I'm like, what? And they're like, well, I want to do it the same whether I was like, well, why would we need an inspection? Theoretically, like, God dang, like, let me spend my money and I might learn some hard lessons or whatever along, like, God dang, like we've just gotten, oh man.
I'll do that. No, I'm with you, man. I say
like some of this stupid shit, like, and I don't know at what age, I'm saying like 8th graders, go to like an 8th grader and say like, this is a scenario. If you own a piece of property and it comes to property tax or whatever, like you own this property, you buy it, you pay for cash for it outright. True or false, the government every year will require tax money from you just for the fact that you own that. They'd be like, no, it's false. Like, there's no way that's real. And I'm like, all right, that's proof right there. That's completely ridiculous that we have property tax like that. Like, okay, same scenario. You're going to build just a very basic structure out there, out in the county, whatever. Do you have to get the government's permission to do that? Well, hell no, that wouldn't make any sense. That's proof that we have too much government.
Well, I would actually say even more, what to me is even worse than a structure. Like the building's bad enough, but what's even worse than that is a fence. if I have to buy, like in Atoka, some people were getting fined for like when the tornado blew their fences down, there was people literally being fined for putting their fences back up. I'd be like, you ain't going to tell me that I can't put my damn fence back up. Like, I'm not coming to get a permit.
That's Marvin Heemeyer would be justified in cranking up the killdozer in those scenarios. Like, literally the city's going to fine me for rebuilding a damn privacy fence in my house that was already there. And I've been using the example of way out in the county, building a barn or whatever, way off the road. Nobody can even see it. I struggle with the whole, I certainly like home HOAs are a crock of shit, but I understand to an extent, like if you live in a neighborhood, like, right, I don't want somebody living right next door to me, which is the reason I don't want to live right next door to me. I'm privileged to live out in the county on the farm. But like, say I did live in a small neighborhood. Yeah. Like I don't want the house next to me putting up like some shitty ass structure in their backyard that's going to devalue my property. Or like having 6 cars on blocks in the front yard, that they're, tearing down. And like, yes, like I understand. And the whole reason a lot of this shit exists is because there have been people that do stupid stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's a balance there where I feel like we've gone so far overboard in the direction of, government overreach. And that
I agree.
Did not expect this episode to turn into such an anti-government rant, but we're always ready for one of those.
We are. Chris, appreciate that. Let's see. We got, let's see. What is this message? Oh, all right. This is Jared. He writes in, how does Logan figure his machinery operating costs?
You need to go watch YouTube.
I was going to say, go on my LH Farms YouTube channel, and it's Ag Tactics, episode 1. Thought that was a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
Did you see the little logo thing in there?
I did.
Thought it looked pretty cool.
Did you use ChatGPT to make it?
I did.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew you did.
I'm a wizard on there, man.
I had it playing on Sunday morning while we were getting ready for church. So I was like, you got my thumbs up and I watched the whole thing.
Hey, that's all that matters.
But because I really was like, this fascinates me because I don't understand how you do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I really need to sit down and like watch it and take notes.
Go check it out. And when I made the logo, I was like, I want a logo that would look badass on like a hat. I was like, that would look pretty sick on a hat.
Yeah, that's a cool logo.
But yeah, go check that out on there. I think you got a company tonight.
Yeah, I got one.
Well, y'all, if y'all are watching this,
this is this is a moment. It's episode 225.
It is episode 225. We'll always
reference back. Episode 225 was a monumental one for us here at Talk to Me.
Here we go.
Let me start off with 2 words: made in America.
I pushed a button on the board, and it played what he just said.
Joe Biden is on the board.
And you hear how good the quality was? Like it was
so
good.
Much better. It wasn't me like stumbling through my phone video library to get him playing, and I don't hit pause quick enough, or I don't have the volume turned up.
You got one?
I do have one.
All right, let's hear it.
Again, I hope it's something I don't need for quite a long time. I think it's the second time that I've done this type of product, but first time I've done this brand. So Rugg, RUGG, snow shovel.
Okay. Where'd you get it at Hat Ads?
I got it at Hat Ads.
There you go. I knew it.
Hat Ads actually, I'm in there like 3 times a week. They actually, because they sold out of snow shovels originally, like right before the big snowstorm hit. And now it's kind of gone. But the north side of my house is where like our outdoor patio is.
Yeah.
On Saturday, when we decided we were going to do the Super Bowl, cook out at our house, I was out there on the back. I was like, shit, like you can't even, like you can get on like the patio, but you like can't walk or like, because the snow and ice was still piled up, it just won't melt fast enough. So Hat Ads actually had 3 different snow shovels. Like one was made in China, one was made in Mexico, one was made in USA. So the Rugg was made in USA, but bought it right there at our local Hat Ads. And it was super lightweight. I was almost worried because this one's like a little lighter duty, but I was like, but I'm not buying the made in China.
Yeah, you damn sure can't get the Chinese one there.
And this one would do really well. I feel like in a fresh snow, like you shovel it off and it's, it's light and easy to use. But actually that heavy ass, it's basically like ice because it melted and frozen so many times. It did great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rug.
Yeah.
RUGG.
Yeah. I hope I don't need it. I hope the next time I need it, it's so long from now that I've lost it and I have to just go buy another one. I'll gladly go buy another one if it's like 4 years from now before I need it again.
Yeah.
But it was there when I needed it.
There you go. Rug. RUGG.
I have the Pathmaster Select.
Nice.
18 inches wide. Gives you a good path to walk down.
Nice. Pathmaster. The Master Pather.
Yep.
Yeah, no, y'all check it out. Rug. If you're in one of our more northern states, you might have to use that more frequently than we do. So we encourage you to go check it out. My buddy Scott Valcourton up there was telling me after he got back from SHOT Show, we jumped on a call the other day and we're just catching up. And he said it was minus 40-degree wind temp when he got home from SHOT Show.
When was that? Was that when the same storm was hitting us?
Yeah, it would have been SHOT Show was January. It would have been probably around the same time.
Well,
but he's in Iowa.
I mean, it was like 70 here today.
Yeah.
But our buddies Matt and Kelly Griggs, because it's been really nice here the last 3 or 4 days. They're in New York and they're like under like an extreme cold advisory, which I know that New York's a long way from here, but like generally I was like, it's gotten so mild here. It's kind of crazy that it's so extreme cold there and it's like warmer than normal here.
I'm a little jealous of them. I responded to some of Kelly's stories. I'm like, man, I hadn't been to New York. It's been about 12 years or 12 years, I guess, since I've been there.
Since your honeymoon?
Yeah. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it, but yeah, but no, guys, we do appreciate y'all tuning in and we do get a lot going on. Before we finish up, I got a few things I want to say. First of all, we do want you to leave us 5-star ratings. Y'all been crushing it out of the park. It seems like every time I check it, we got a new one on Apple, a new one on Spotify. Keep doing that. We're closing in on 1,000 total. I think we're around 800 total. I really want us to get 1,000 total just for the year. I think would be pretty cool. And also, guys, we do ask you to go to talkdirtpodcast.com. Submit your questions. You get to hear us answer them on the air like that. And again, you can just share cool ass stories with us. They don't even have to be questions necessarily.
Yeah, I know. Like the RV one, was there even a question he had in there?
No, he was just sharing his story.
No, and that was awesome. Like that was the first half of this whole episode.
That was, yeah. Like, feel free to do that again. But
yeah, if you've got a cool ass story like that, if it's real freaking cool, we might read it to ourselves and be like, "No, we're going to bring you in for a guest episode."
You remember the one we did on the skinwalkers? And somebody wrote in about they had like a skinwalker experience.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we'll do that, and guys, we will be, like I say, here in Kentucky. If by the time you're listening to this, we actually will probably both be. Bobby Lee will already be home, and I will probably be on the road coming home. But we'll be in Kentucky, so we're telling you now, but it's going to be too late.
Maybe we will have already, shook some hands of some of you guys there at the National Farm Machinery Show.
Yes.
I'm going to do a better job next year. Like I'm going to go ahead. Cause I remember like a few months ago, we were talking about, we might go and then nothing was coming together. And then I was having trouble. Like one of my problems
with his prostate.
Well, my parents are going. So I was like, well, I don't have anywhere to leave my kids.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, probably not going. And then this thing came together and then now we're in shit. I'm going to be there like 24 hours.
Yeah.
I'll actually probably be in Louisville less than 24 hours.
Really? Yeah, because you're driving in. Well, yeah, you're driving in Wednesday and leaving Thursday.
We're probably going to get there about 1:00 on Wednesday, and we got to leave by noon on Friday, Thursday. Get 1:00 on Wednesday, leaving by noon. Yeah, we'll be there right at 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll be there. Like I said, I'm going to come home about 12:00 on Friday.
So you'll be there 48 hours. Yeah.
I will share a cool thing. Bobby Lee and I were real close to sealing a deal on having deputy secretary on the show at the event, but his schedule's insane. So we just couldn't quite seal the deal.
We're still working on that one.
Yeah. We really want to get him in studio, get him on the show, period. He's a genius. So we're trying to work on that one, but we will be there. And you're going to see us at more shit. We got to step out of our shell a little bit here.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and just between me and you figure out which ones we're going to go to in the next year, and I can work my schedule around. Making sure I can get out of town. Hey,
in all honesty, we've got some guys that listen that are like equipment dudes and companies and stuff. Like, hey, if if you got a show you'd like for us to be at, reach out to us. Let us know about it. If it's something really obscure, but you really want us to be there, I mean, if you want to pay for us to be there, we'll make an appearance. So let us know. But guys, leave us those ratings, comment below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Let us know what you thought of the cool multicam views, if it did pretty good. And what else I need to do?
Go check out agzaga.com. Discount code is TalkDirt20. All the good stuff. Again, I know I keep mentioning it. All kinds of new things coming on all the time. There is something on there for everybody. You can find, just household items, hardware, but definitely all the baler parts, stock, show, animals, supplies, you name it. If you haven't been to the website, just go to the website, check it out, fill your shopping cart up, Talk Dirt 20, $20 off, $50 minimum order, and free shipping.
Do it, guys. We appreciate you, and we will catch you next week.
Yep. We will, I guess that'll be the episode coming from Louisville.
That's right.
Yep.
See ya.
See y'all.
You've been listening to Talk Dirt to Me with your hosts, Logan and Bobby Lee. If you enjoyed this episode, we ask that you subscribe and leave a review. And we'll catch you next time.